Dividing polynomials. Hello. Today I want to do something that we were supposed to be doing if we wouldn't have the shutdown, which is long division of polynomials. So let's start with this example. The question will come to you as it's written in the blue, and you will have to put it in the form that is written in black. So we call this part the dividend. X plus 2 is the divisor. And the quotient will be written right here. Now, algebraic long division, polynomial long division. We're going to divide like we would be dividing any other number. So I have 2x to the third power plus 3x squared minus x plus 1 divided by x plus 2. First, divide the first term of your dividend, 2x to the third by x, the first term of your divisor. That will give you 2x squared, which will be the first term of the answer, the quotient. Now multiply the quotient by 2x squared by your divisor, x plus 2, and write it under corresponding spots. 2x squared times x is 2x to the third, and 2x squared times 2 is 4x squared. Then you just subtract like you always do when you do division. And when I do that, the first two terms are going to be 2x to the third and 2x to the third is going to be canceling each other out. And I will have negative x squared because 3x squared minus 4x squared makes negative x squared. Next, I will bring that negative x minus x under down beside my negative x squared. And then I'm going to ask the question again. Negative x squared divided by x, the first term of my divisor. And negative x squared divided by x is negative x. So I write that up there beside the first number I found. Next, I multiply that negative x with my divisor. Negative x times x is negative x squared. Negative x times 2 is negative 2x. And then I subtract again. I will end up with a positive x. I'm subtracting, so the subtraction is like this. Negative x minus negative 2x. So that minus negative 2x will turn to a plus 2x. So negative 2x plus 2x is a positive x. And then I'll bring that 1 down to the next term. And when I do that, I ask the same question. How many times does x goes into x? And the answer is 1. So I write plus 1. And then multiply again, x times 1, 1 times 2, and write it under. And then subtract again. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Therefore, when I divide 2x to the third power plus 3x squared minus x plus 1 by x plus 2, the answer would be 2x squared minus x plus 1 with a remainder of negative 1. Hope that was helpful. If it was too fast, go back and go through it again, step by step. We are not doing anything different than a regular division. Now, the next method is something you doing already as you are doing the long division. You are dividing these in your head, but how can we actually put a somewhat of a concept or somewhat of a step-by-step way of how we should train our brains to do this in your head? So the same question, again, 2x to the third plus 3x squared minus x plus 1 divided by x plus 2. When a cubic is divided by a linear first degree, obviously the answer is going to be quadratic, x squared. So ax squared plus bx plus c would be the standard form of any quadratic equation. Okay? So assuming I have a remainder, because I might have a remainder. It might be 0, which means no remainder, but I am going to have to assume that there is a remainder. And the remainder is actually when I multiply my x plus 2 with the quadratic equation that I got as a quotient, and then add my remainder to it, I should be getting the first number, first polynomial, 2x to the third plus 3x squared minus x plus 1. Just like I just mentioned. X plus 2 is the divisor. The standard form of the quadratic equation is the assumed quotient answer plus d. This should be set in your head. The only thing that's going to change in this one is the first parentheses x plus 2. Think about it. And obviously the first question, the big polynomial part. Now, the first terms in each bracket give the term in x to the third. So x times ax squared should give me 2x to the third. So a can be nothing but 2. There we go. Place the first one. Now, I have to look for the pairs of terms that multiply to give the terms in x squared, because I will have a couple of them. Don't forget. 1, x times bx will give me an x squared term, which is going to be bx squared. And then the 2 times 2x squared, which is going to give me a 4x squared. But look at the question. I don't need 4x squared. I need 3x squared. So, bx squared plus x squared must be 3x squared. Therefore, my b is negative 1. And then again, I'm looking at the pairs of terms that multiply to give the terms in just x. Well, I have the c times x which is going to give me cx, and then I have the 2 times negative x, which is going to give me negative 2x. I need to have a negative x. I have cx minus 2x equals negative x. So c must be 1. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So I place that one too. Now look at the constant term. You have a plus 1 times 2. You're going to end up with positive 2. I need only 1. Add the d, which is negative 1. So the quotient is 2x squared minus x plus 1, and the remainder is negative. So dividing polynomials a long way, and how to work with your brain way, per se. So I'm not saying either way is going to be the easiest way to do in the first try, particularly the mental method. You guys all know I love mental math. So train your brain, because the more you train your brain in these kind of calculations, it's going to become normal when the time comes for those state exams, etc. So take the time to try these things in your head. Again, it is not easy. It is not going to happen the first try. So let's see what you guys think about this.